Hi everyone. Following on from the last two lessons that we've run on stamen and transfers, finishing with transfers last night, I wanted to do a really short video just showing you how to set up BBO so that you can practice this stuff, because there is a lot, particularly in that transfers lesson. There is an awful lot of different bids that you need to learn and remember. And the best way to do that is just to practice them over and over. Of course, at club nights or online tournaments, whatever, you are not going to get to use these bids all that often. So if we can set up BBO to do exactly what I was doing last night, where it just deals us out no trump hands, hand after hand after hand, you can practice all the different bids over and over, and you'll really have a good shot at committing it to memory. So what I would suggest you do is use the table that was in the student notes from the transfer lesson. There's the 2 pages at the end there, which basically run through all the bids, including stamen and transfers, opposite a 1 no trump opener. So have that sitting there. To start with, you might need to refer to it quite a bit, but as you get better and better at it and more practiced, you'll be able to start to do it without it. And then you'll be ready to take it into a club session. So first and foremost, to set up BBO to do this kind of practice, here we're on the home page of BBO. I've just logged in. And it depends a little bit on whether you're going to practice by yourself or with a partner. Okay. If you're going to practice with a partner, I would suggest you use a bidding table. So we start off from the home page, we go practice. Okay, and then we select a bidding table. Make it invisible so random people can't join it, and the opponents, just have them pass throughout for the time being. Start table. Right, so you'll sit yourself in one seat, and what you'll notice immediately is for your partner, you can't sit yourself in the partner's seat. So this is why the bidding table is only going to work if you have a friend or a partner that you want to practice with. Okay, if you're just practicing by yourself, you must use a teaching table, which I'll show you as well after this. So we're going to invite our friend to our table. My friend is currently at another table, so I'll just, okay, my alter ego. And sit my friend at the table. Accept the invite. Right. So straight away it's dealt us a hand. The other great thing about the bidding table is you can't see all the other hands. So it's a little bit better practice if you have a partner. But we haven't set up any of our constraints yet. So at the moment we're not going to get, I can tell you that North does not have a balanced hand, and they only have 11 points. So we don't have it set up just yet. We need to add our constraint. So up in the hamburger menu, the 3 lines up in the top left here, you'll go deal source. And we're going to keep this nice and simple. We're just going to set up a 1 no trump opening hand for North, and South can have absolutely anything. So we're going to practice the whole range of those stamen and transfer bids. Okay, we want to restrict it so that North is dealer, and we will add some constraints. So did you see the first step was you hit the little plus button up here, and that adds a constraint set, and we're only going to need 1 constraint set. Make North dealer, and then you hit the constraints button here to set up the actual constraints within the set. All the language is a little bit confusing. There's already 1 constraint here, and that's all we're going to need to start with. So we're setting it up so that North will have an ACOL 1 no trump opener every time. Well, almost every time. As you will have seen, you can't avoid the times where you get 2 doubletons. You're not technically balanced. But we want North That's the hand that we're restricting. You can use the tab key on your keyboard once you've selected the direction, and you can easily tab between all of these fields instead of having to click them or click the little arrows. You can just tab and type in the numbers. So points, high card points, we want 12, tab, and 14. Between 12 and 14 for our one no trump opener. And we'll tab to the spades. They can have between 2 and 4 spades in a balanced hand, and keep tabbing. Between 2 and 4 hearts, tab to the diamonds, 2 and 5 diamonds, and last 2 and 5 clubs. And that is going to be most of the time a balanced hand. It does not rule out the possibility of 2 doubletons, unfortunately. So that's it. We've set up our balanced hand. At the moment, we're not going to bother with any constraints on responder, which means that they could have, say, a balanced 0 count, and you're just going to be passing. So there are quite a number of hand types where you could just be passing. So we'll look at adding a constraint for the responder later on. Once you've set up your constraints, you just need to do a redeal, and they should take hold. So now we would expect that North will have a one no trump opener, and they do by the looks. Yep. So one no trump from North. Oops. And remember, East and West are just set to pass the entire time. Okay, so now we can start to practice all these things that we've been learning. 2, 3, 4 points. We do have a 5-card major, so we could transfer to hearts, but we actually have a better bid available to us with our garbage Stamen bid. So we can bid 2 clubs here. Remember, you normally need 11 points for Stamen, but garbage Stamen, any number of points is fine, but you must have 5-4 in the majors. So that's exactly what we've got, only 4 points, but we are 5-4 in the majors. So 2 clubs. Our partner has a heart suit, so they're going to bid hearts, promising 4 hearts, and we will pass. We found our major fit. So on these bidding tables, once the bidding has finished, you'll be able to see both the tables. So at that point, you and your partner can have a chat about it, and I think I've hidden the chat away down here. You could have a little chat about it. How cool was that? With your partner, or maybe you're on a video call or something, or just a normal call while you're playing, and you can just have a chat over the phone. Or maybe you're in the same room as your partner. So you can have a discussion once you can see both the hands, and then get rid of my... Once you're ready, you can hit redeal to get the next hand, and it'll go back to hiding all hands but yours. So once again, one no trump from North. 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13. Alright, so we're in game territory. We've got a 4-card major, so let's just investigate whether we've got a heart fit. 2 clubs. Partner says, sorry partner, no 4-card major, so off we go, 3 no trump. And partner will pass. I don't think with these bidding you can't do double dummy, so you can't check whether your contract would have made unless you want to go through and count the tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're a trick short. The hearts split evenly, so we could make a 9th trick in the hearts. And actually we'll probably make a club. Yeah, we could make a club as well. So our contract looks pretty safe. Okay, so that's the basic. But what you will find, and we'll see if this one does it for us as well, more often than not, you are going to get weak hands. 3, 4, 5, 7. You remember our first hand, we only had 4. So if you get a bit tired of just passing, like if our partner opens one no trump here, we don't have a 5-card suit, so we're just going to pass. We're 4-4 in the majors, not 5-4. We can't use garbage statement. 2, 3, 6, 7 points, so we're just going to pass. And you'll find yourself doing that a lot, probably. So that can get a bit boring. So what you can do is add another constraint. So back in our hamburger menu at the top left here, back to deal source, we're going to use the same constraint set. So just click on it and go down to the constraints. We just want to add a second constraint here for our responder. So if we label these just to avoid confusion, this was our one no trump opener. Tick. And you hit the plus button here to add a second constraint. And we can label that responder. So we still want to practice the full range of our bids, but we're a bit tired of the weak takeouts and passing the one no trump openers. So what we're going to do is just give South some more points. So we'll say they have at least 11 points. So now they will always be an invitational hand or better. They still could have any shape. So that just makes the bidding a bit more interesting. But don't forget to practice the weak bids as well, you know. Make sure that you do the whole lot. If ever you want to go back to bringing the weak bids in, all you've got to do is delete that constraint. Just hit the little rubbish bin icon here. And you'll be back to responder having any number of points. So, or you can set that to 0 if you want, between 0 and 37. Same thing. Okay, 11 to 37. So let's do a redeal. And one no trump from our partner, as expected. 4, 6, 7, 8, 11 points, and a 5-card spade suit. So we're going to transfer 2 spades. Partner completes the transfer, and we've got exactly 5 spades, an invitational hand. So 2 no trump says exactly that. Exactly 5 spades, 11 to 12 points. Partner has got 3, 6, 9, 13 points. Only 2 spades. Play it safe and pass. One, 2, 3, 4. We can make 4 spades because the 10 is going to fall. The king of hearts will make because the ace is in the right place. 4, 5. King of clubs is no good. 6, 7. We've got to find an 8th trick somewhere. Maybe with one of these heart honours. Jack 10 of hearts, perhaps. We can't make a 5th spade unless we can get this guy to throw some spades out. We have a very serious club problem. Who's on lead here? If West happens to lead a club, which is probably unlikely. Well, they might do. No, they're probably going to lead a heart. If they happen to lead a club, we're going to potentially be in trouble. Club, duck, 10, bottom of the sequence, remember? And if this person happens to find a heart lead back to the ace, now they can lead another club and the king is trapped. So that would allow them to take 5 club tricks straight away in the ace of hearts, and then you're going like, okay, another one just for interest's sake. What's it doing? Seems a bit stuck. It has, interestingly, it has redealt on my other device. It's not a balanced hand though, but this one is stuck. Okay, so there you have just a basic constraint setup that allows you to practice the full range of the one no trump response bids. Oh, there it goes. If you want to do something more specific, you can adjust what the responder has. You know, if you want to practice just doing weak transfers to a minor, you can give this person 6 clubs and 0 to 10 points, something like that. You'll only get clubs though. If you want to also set it up so you get diamonds some of the time, you'll basically need to replicate this in a second constraint set. Okay, so one constraint set will be the club transfer, the other will be the diamond transfer. So I'll also show you how you can set up a teaching table, which you're going to need to do if you want to practice by yourself, or if you want to also control the defenders, so maybe you want to get them overcalling so you can practice how the system changes when the opposition overcalls. You're going to need a teaching table. So back we go, or if we go all the way back to the beginning, the home page, it's still in practice, but instead of a bidding table, we're going to start a teaching table. Again, make it invisible. You'll see there's no option here for the opponents to pass throughout. You need to control the opponents as well. So start the table, and you can sit in all the seats at a teaching table if you want to. And in this way you can practice by yourself. So again, you've got to set out your deal source. They don't survive beyond the table, but it's the same process, exactly the same process. I want North to be dealer every time, 12 to 14 points, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, oops, 2 and 5. So that's our constraints for the one no trump opener. Redeal, and North will now have balance 12 to 14. 3, 5, 9, 12. One no trump. 4, 8, 10, 13. 13, no majors. So this is the bid that I talked about right at the end of the transfers lesson, where you're actually not going to use any of the bids that are in the lesson notes. You are balanced. There is no chance of a fit in a major, but you have enough points for game. So 1 no trump, 3 no trump. Simple as that. Now, because you're at a teaching table, you can check the double dummy to see what contract can make with optimal play. So back in the hamburger menu, that was show double dummy. And you can see on any lead we can make 3 no trumps, exactly 3 no trumps. Green is good, red is bad. There we go, one more. Once again, 1 no trump from North. This time we've only got 2 points. 2 miserable points. And we really don't have anything to say here except a wise man once told me, a grandmaster, that when you are exceptionally weak, you can transfer into a minor even if you've only got 5 cards. So this might be one of those occasions where you want to do the minor transfer even though you don't have a 6 card club suit. 1 no trump is going to be particularly dismal when you've only got at most 16 points between you. You might only have 14. That's going to be terrible. And you're vulnerable. So let us just do a little experiment and see how bad 1 no trump would go. Show double dummy. They can take us 3 light. It's not too bad, given that they can probably make 3 no trump themselves. Maybe. Let us see how things would have gone in clubs. So transfer to clubs, some of you will be playing 2 spades. We have taught you that 2 no trumps is your transfer. because then your partner just needs to bid the next suit up. 2 no trumps. Please explain. Transfer to a minor. Pass from there. Partner's going to bid 3 clubs, and that we will just pass that. See how bad that goes. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they can still take us 3 light and 3 clubs as well, so it's much of a muchness on this occasion. But usually you need a 6 card suit to do your minor transfer. Okay, last one. 1 no trump from north. 1 4 5 9. So still a weak hand, but we're a little bit stronger than before. But we've got nothing to say. We're just going to pass. Easy. Alright, so hopefully that helps you to set up BBO to practice all these bids for yourself, and I think you will find that to be a lot more useful to helping you cement it in your mind, and then you'll be a lot less worried about playing it at club sessions because you will feel like you have a better grasp of it. So definitely do make the most of this technique for your practice, and if you have any questions, please fire them through. I'll be happy to help out. Thanks a lot.